Cletus.
Yes, Moro.
I don't know how safe you feel as a public servant. When you go to a lot of these, public, offices, your security there is very poor. Very, very poor. Finance ministry. I think recently finance ministry has put up some barriers or something like that. But it used to be very bad. And to think that a place like a Rich Hospital, the security is that bad, I mean, given the sensitive nature of the kind of services that they provide. I mean, anyway, what are your thoughts?
Well, Moro, let me admonish that. You see, if you are somebody who believes in President Mahama's vision of resetting this country, if you are somebody who advocated for him to come into office, look at the demeanor of the president and act accordingly. Don't get involved in things that make it very difficult for the president to act or the government to act. I'm saying this because my brother, senior brother Titus Glover, tried to do a bit of politics in it. The guy advocated for NDC and all of that. But for us, it doesn't mean because he advocated for us to win power, the law will not take its own course. The law will not take its own course. Let me commend the Honorable Minister for Health, the Honorable Minta Akando, for taking this swift action. He has stated categorically, he considered a committee made up of a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, an HR person, and an auditor to investigate the circumstances that led to this chaos at the Rich Hospital. Then he has also instructed the police to also deal with the criminal aspect of it. Mind you, Moro, many people also have the cause to complain about the attitude, lackadaisical attitude of our nurses and doctors in our various health institutions. Let's also admonish them that the job that they have taken to do, they chose to be health professionals, they chose to be nurses, and they should abide by their ethics. They should know how to talk to patients. They should know how to. If there are no patients too, they won't be nurses. If people don't fall sick, if people don't come to their facilities, then they won't have any job to do. So when people come in to these facilities or to their facilities, they should be happy. And I'm sure they are always trained how to handle a patient, even when the patient is getting aggressive. You understand? Don't be more angry than the patient. He is already suffering a problem. He's suffering a condition that he wants it solved for him. You are an expert. You are trained. So you should let him know that, look, don't worry, this condition, once you are here, you are good to go. We will take care of you. You will be okay, blah, 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 you know. They should up their game. They should exercise that professionalism in handling patients. So many patients have reasons to complain about how they are being treated when they visit these facilities. And I know hospital administrators, managers, senior persons in various hospitals, this calls for them to watch how nurses, how their workers treat patients.
Because it can be very frustrating sometimes.
It can be very frustrating.
It can be very.
You understand? Bro, Moro, you can go to a hospital, a nurse, you enter, the nurse is so busy fidgeting with his phone or her phone.
True.
They don't even know that when you enter, they should welcome you and receive you. No, he's fidgeting with his phone. He's not looking at you. He's waiting for you to talk to him. You understand? Yeah. That angers people. Because that you don't even use those contact hours to be chatting and be Facebooking and doing the things that they do. I think that, look, I have said it. I've gone to places where I've seen police, they don't even use their personal phones during duty. They have go-ters and stuff that they can communicate if there is anything. If there is an emergency at home, there's a center that your house can call. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, you go to a bank, you see a police officer, he's sitting there. All he's doing is that he's busily watching his phone. He doesn't even watch what happens, who moves in, who moves out. You understand? You go to the hospital, not just hospital, many government agencies. You go to these places, then people are busily fidgeting with their phone, making calls. Somebody is on phone. A private call, he's telling you that I'm on phone, I'm on call. So you, who has come to access public service, public good, you must wait for him to finish his private stuff within working hours before he comes to attend to you. We have to look at how we conduct ourselves as professionals in our various institutions. Nobody forces anybody to take government job. Nobody forces you to work. So once you've taken a job to do, you should go by the ethics of the job.
Yeah.
You should conduct yourself as such. It's a high time the public service, the civil service, we retool it and orientate people to know that, look, this is a no, this is yes, this no. Otherwise, we will always come to experience these things that we experience at Rich Hospital. It is condemnable. RAF should not have taken this action. RAF could have equally sued the hospital for negligence if he thinks that, look, they did not treat him well. You understand? As a patient, you have every right to sue the facility.
Yeah.
If you think that they've not handled you professionally, they've slept on their job, their duty, you can sue them.
Yeah.
You understand? But don't take the law into your own hands. So in as much as we are condemning RAF and the people that he called in to come and do the things that they did, it's about time administrators of health facilities and heads of institutions look at the way their workers treat people when they come to assess public goods. They should assess them. They should watch them. You see, you have taken the job to do. They pay you from that. That is where you are paid. So you ought to exercise high level of professionalism. You understand? If a patient is angry, don't become more angry than the patient. Don't. Well, then what is the difference between you and the patient? He is not trained. You are trained how to handle people when they are sick. And when somebody is sick, you are not okay. You know that. You are not okay. You want to be treated quickly. You want to be healed. You are suffering from a condition that needs urgent attention. So if somebody in your own imagination is being lackadaisical towards you, you will feel bitter and hurt. You understand? So, or like in addition to this, or apart from this, let us try not to take the law into our own hands. So I believe in the ministers of health, dynamism, and action. I know he will not allow this matter to be pushed into the dustbin. He's going to make sure that the right thing is done. He's going to make sure that the police do their work. He's going to make sure that the investigation report is implemented to the latter. But let me caution nationally, health professionals, wherever government agency that you find yourself, you are there to work for the people. Let's put our parochial interests first and attend to the public. Whoever does step in to assess any service in any public office, let's exercise professionalism towards them. Let's don't behave moral. We're in a country where people think that once I'm the boss here, it is for me. Yeah. Whatever I want, I can treat you anyhow. I can treat you anyhow, Moro. It's sometimes so disheartening. You can't get that in other jurisdictions. You are there to serve the public. But most often, we want the people to serve us. And that is where the problem comes from. You cannot, if you take a government job to do, please, your mandate is to serve the people. You are not there to be served. So let's don't use our positions and lord it over the people.
So you see an orientation challenge.
Very. Very, especially, yes, mindset, attitude. Mindset, attitude. Moro, wow, you go to work, you are an essential worker, critical worker. You have to be alert. You have to be watching a patient that is lying in a particular ward. That is, you should keep a critical eye on the patient. All you think is that once people are not coming in, you are fidgeting with your phone. For hours, you are on your phone.
Yeah.
You haven't even gone to check the patient that is lying in a particular ward. And sometimes, the experiences, the patient can fall from the bed and be lying there for minutes, struggling. Nobody cares. You understand?
In some cases,
we have had people who have experienced these things. I experienced that in a big hospital in Accra here, that I don't want to mention the name of the hospital.
So let's listen to the nurse as she complains about exactly what happened to her.
That's what I'm trying.
He wanted us to leave everybody and attend to him. So we explained to him. He wanted us to leave everybody and attend to him. So we explained to him. Ralph. Okay. We explained to him. And then he was like, he won't sit down. And my intern told him to get a card, a hospital card. He said, why should he get a hospital card? Because his name must be in the system. Once his name is tied in the system, it should everything should pop up. And my intern said, no, it's not done like that in Ghana. There he was angry because he was told it's not done that. That is not done in Ghana. And he started insulting us. We don't want Ghana to progress. Then he brought out the phone. But initially, I did a pressure dressing for him. In his finger that he said it was bleeding. It had bled. The blood had dried. So I just had to put a gauze on it so that we reassure him. He wasn't happy about it, so he took off the dressing I did for him. Then I approached him and I told him that I've done a dressing for you. So the patient, we have 2 trauma cases and other cases too are there. He wants us to leave them. He got angry and he started yes. So he did this to me. And then when he went out, I don't know where the guys came from. Most of the health workers saw them earlier, so they had flee. I didn't see them. And then from my back to my chest, and then they were just...
Did they push you? Were you pushed? Or what did they do? What did they do to you?
Yes, I was hit. I don't know if it was a fist, a tap. I can't describe the...
But what happened to your hands?
Raphael, I don't know. Raph did this to me. He hit me with the phone with the fist. And I even dodged a couple of the fists. They hit me all over. But right now I have a dislocation on my shoulder. And some headaches and body pain.
All right, thank you very much.
And to add up, he was telling us he will follow us to our homes and beat us. And if take one life and
you take one life. Actually said that.
Yes.
But we are happy to hear that. I think this is a very unfortunate situation.
He wanted us to leave.
We're not back on air. So I guess Annie, do you know whether the health minister was there when he wasn't there? When the lady was granting the interview? Oh, that's association.
The general secretary, the regional executive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Moro, in conclusion, I want to emphasize that the police should do their work.
Right.
They should arrest, they should make arrests, they should prosecute.
Oh, he was there.
To serve as a deterrent so that people don't invade, people don't invade our hospitals to attack our nurses. In all of this that I'm talking about, you have nurses that work so diligently, that work professionally.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But hospital administrators must keep an eye on the few lackadaisical ones who always come to jostle and play and all of that.
Yeah.
You understand? Look, as I said, as a patient, you are not well. you are suffering. So you expect to be pampered. The patients expect to be pampered. Let's don't see them. There are some nurses who see patients, they don't even want to tag them. You know, they see that, look, he's filthy, he's this, he's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that is why you are trained. And that is a job you have chosen to do. So for me, Honorable Minister of Health, ensure that all that you said is implemented to the letter. If I were Raf, I would have reported to the police myself. So that due process can be taken.
No, but here's the thing. But Cletus, if I go to a hospital and I feel that I'm not being taken care of properly, who do I go to?
Yeah,
I go to Rich Hospital.
Yes.
And I feel the nurses or the health workers, there are not doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah,
For most people, the challenge is, who do I go to?
There is an administrator.
Where do I find him?
Yeah, you can.
Say it's a big Oxford, I have to ask around.
Yes, you have to. That is the law, you understand. If you don't do these things more, it means that you have to behave the way Raf behaved. You understand? That's why I also said that, look, if you send your patients to a hospital and the patient is being handled carelessly, you can sue the facility. You have the right to sue the facility and pursue it to the letter. So for me, taking the law into your own hands is not something that I will sit here and endorse, or my party will sit here and endorse. We will not endorse it. And the health minister is doing what he's supposed to do to ensure that this thing does not repeat itself.
Okay.